Jorden Gibson. We're here during EFL's Youth Development Week. First of all, tell us how the academy is shaping up ahead of the new season. Any key updates on staff, coaching, safeguarding?
Yeah, it's been quite an exciting summer, really. We've had lots of redevelopment on the facilities, both internally and externally outside. Just outside, we've got a new classroom, new player care room taking shape. We've obviously purchased earlier in the year the performance centre down the road. We've had a new AstroTurf there, which has already made a huge difference to the quality of football being able to be played on there. Grass pitches have had huge development. We've increased the staffing that we've got here, and even the facilities had another tidy up and another refreshed look, so to speak. So that's been really nice to come back into a new environment, certainly for the new staff that maybe come back. We brought in Nick Mountford, who's come back from Spurs, who has been brilliant. He's been working alongside Mark Hughes and Ricky Duncan. We've extended hours with our head of education, our holistic approach. So Grace Brooks is leading that department with Tim and Rebecca, which has been really beneficial for the players' off-field development. Jack Willis has increased his staffing in the sports science department in a brand new gym, which looks brilliant now. He's decided to redesign it himself, which is quite exciting. And the lads have started really well. Had a number of really tough pre-season friendlies across the board, from Cat 1 friendlies to Step 3, 4 friendlies to Cat 2s. It's been really encouraging. The league form has started very strongly as well.
And looking back at last season, what were the highlights for you and for the team? And can you tell us about what your aims are for the new season?
Yeah, I mean, the highlights is obviously seeing players getting in and around the first team towards the end, or throughout the season last year, with obviously Dockers being up there for a large part. The under-18s finished the season in really good form. We've recruited 12 new players this year to add to an already good group. And they've just kind of followed that on to this year. So it's been really, really encouraging signs so far.
You mentioned Ryan Doherty there. He's been in and around the first team, as have the likes of Ellis Bates, who signed his pro deal, and Max Woodford.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about their journey and who else we might be likely to see this season?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan and Ellis have been here for a long time now, come all the way through. Max joined midway through, and all three of them just excelled towards the end. Certainly Ellis towards the end of last year. He missed a large part of his first year of injury. Max has always been a highly rated goalkeeper. We've been quite lucky with our goalkeeping department, led by Louis and previous people. And Max is up there again today. Ryan's obviously there on a permanent basis, but we've also had other players that are performing really well. And Elijah Saji's up there today as well. So it's good to see it. That's what we're here for, to try and get them as close to the first team as possible, and we're getting players in and around it.
And every year we see that new intake of scholars as well. How have they been settling in so far?
They're really good people, and that's the first and foremost that we look for here. Is they're good people. They work incredibly hard, and they're performing, and their results are showing that. And when we talk about results, it's not necessarily about winning. It's about producing really good performances that get them closer to first team football, and that is happening. And there's a lot of communication going on between the two, the first team and us, and players are being rewarded with those opportunities, as such as Charlton away, where we had a number involved in the bench, and regular training opportunities. We're up there once a week now, and that alignment with the first team really does help. But the players down here have to produce, so the feedback that goes up has to be, correct. We have to say that they're doing well to get those opportunities, and they are doing that, to be fair.
Talk to us about that alignment. What have your conversations been like with the first team manager, first team staff, and how do you align it so you've got the same goals?
Nothing but positive. There's a heavy amount of dialogue that goes on, certainly between Scott Cuthbert and Nick, and then myself and the gaffer. Also got Leon, our director of football's up there, and takes a keen interest in the club, or the academy, sorry. So there's a lot of dialogue that goes on, I would say, on a daily basis. I've already had 4 or 5 minute phone call conversations with Leon already. So it's all about communication, and there's certainly a lot of it.
And how important is that day-to-day dialogue with Leon Hunter and even the chairman, Phil Wallace, about progressing this talent?
Yeah, I mean, it's refreshing to have director of football and chairman invested throughout the whole academy, not just the under-18s. We've had conversations today about how the Sunday games went on at the weekend and high-performing players, and the chairman's interested and keen on that as well. So I think to have that relationship only strengthens everything that we're doing, and it's evident in the investment that obviously Phil's putting in there comes a little bit of a demand with that. We've got to make sure that the players in our 18s are getting closer to first team football, and with those demands, with the investment, we've got to work even harder off the pitch to give the players the best opportunities.
We talk about investment. There's also been investment in the girls' pathway and their women's senior team. Talk us a bit through that.
Yeah, it's been a long process. There's been some excellent work gone on by the foundation. Certainly, Danny Toyne, who set it up. This year, we brought in Sian Lingham, who was a previous academy coach, to look after the women's first team. They've had a really good start so far, unbeaten in the league, sitting top. And then we brought in Kirsty Weller, that's looking after our phase 1 of the 13 to 16s programme. We've entered into JPL teams. And we want to be an academy, a club that paths away for the female game now, which is rapidly growing year on year, and we want to join that ride and give them the best opportunities to be successful in football as well.
And just going back to the facilities, obviously we've got the Stevenage Performance Centre across the road now. That must help in terms of development of all those age groups, male and female.
Yeah, we're really lucky at Stevenage. We've got 4 top facilities, all within a 4-mile radius, and that includes Bradbury End, which we get access to as well. So, Stevenage Sports Hub here, where we are today, is wicked. It's a brilliant facility. We've got the gym here. We've got classrooms, education, courts, grass pitches for the under 18s and the academy boys, and then down the road for the boys and the girls, we've got an excellent 3G facility and real good, exciting plans to improve around it in terms of classroom, changing facilities. The 2 grass pitches up there are elite. And it's only going to help players, and it's only going to attract players, and it's only going to make people want to come and play for Stevenage Football Club even more. And it's really exciting times. It's good. We're really lucky here.
It's exciting times. You can see the whole club growing, and we know the kind of social media side of it. We're looking to grow for the academy as well.
Yeah, so obviously working with yourself and Reece in here as well to really try and promote what we actually do, because there's a lot of good stuff that goes on behind the scenes away from the first team that actually we want to promote. We want to tell the community that Stevenage Academy are here to do, I think, some really good things. And our facility isn't just for us; it is for the community. We want people to come and play their football, their sport on there. So yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes to hopefully keep taking us forward. Whilst the first team are doing well, we've got to move with it as well, and we're certainly doing that.
And if you had a message for the town and for the surrounding areas, but also for the supporters as well, what would that be? What do you want to say to them?
Oh, that's a good question. Come and join the ride. It's there's loads of stuff that goes on up here. We have loads of community sessions that go on here to get the youngsters coming in. We've obviously got the link with the nursery next door in Rookie's Nursery. The facilities are improving, and it's not just for us. We want people to come and use them. So if they want to come and use it, come and use it. There's parties here. There's pay and play. There's girls football, there's boys football, there's pathway opportunities, and we want to give as many in the community those opportunities as we can.
And just finally, with it being Youth Development Week, we've invited all the academy players to this Saturday's game, as well as the new grassroots programme that's been launched as well. So Saturday should be a really good occasion for everyone involved.
They always are. With the first team obviously doing really well as well. As many academy players will be there as possible. We've invited our pathway players. We've invited our girls and women set up there as well. So hopefully that North Stand will be really packed and rocking, and I'm sure some of the young ones will be cheering the boys along.
Top man, thank you, Jorden.
Cheers, Alfie.